Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well. And if you're not doing well, that's okay too. Just know that it's temporary. So my name is Tristan and I am a psychic medium. So today I'm going to pull cards for you about your spiritual journey. Like sometimes we could feel stuck or we're not getting signs or we're not understanding spiritual stuff. So I'm going to pull three groups for you. And your job is to choose a group. So you can choose group one, group two, or group three. At the bottom of the video, there'll be like a link and you can like click on it to get to your reading. How I think this works is if you're drawn towards this video and drawn towards like a specific group, I think it's because like your spirit team are kind of whispering in your ear, and it's because there's messages for you within this. So trust that pull, trust that whisper. And yeah. Of course, if anyone would like to book a private reading with me, you can at www.tristensky.com. I see clients through Zoom. So we don't have to be in person. It could be from anywhere around the world, different time zones. That's okay. Hi, group number one. I'm going to pull some cards for you. Let's see what's going on. First thing I sense is healing. So you're on a healing journey, that's for sure. So part of your spiritual awakening could have had to have been with healing, could have had to have been with grief, right? Like once we lose someone we love, we kind of have to we go to spirit, we go to faith to find that connection or something. So I get that a lot of your spiritual journey had to do with healing, perhaps grief, right? So it's like intertwined, that sense of faith in your spiritual journey and of healing and emotions, right? Like it's all connected. You are very intuitive, I see that you are a very intuitive person. Maybe not owning it though. So you could be a bit like still figuring it out, still figuring out what is intuition, how does it work. You know, maybe you see spirits, maybe you don't, but you're still kind of figuring things out, right? There's something that like you could be very empathetic and just knowing. So it's kind of like you just see through people easily, you're able to read people easily. And I feel like it comes from emotions. So there is something empath here that you could be. Like you could feel things from other people, like I said. So there's something very grounded about your spiritualness. So there is something like, I can connect to people, I can see emotions, I can feel people, but I'm still learning mediumship or my psychic skills, or how do I talk to the dead, or how do I talk to spirits, or how do I feel God or the universe, or whatever word you use, right? Like that's still maybe what we want to go towards next is what I sense. A lot of healing things. So you could be healing something right now. And that would make sense. I definitely sense that here. So there is something like time and patience, right? Like I remember when I first wanted to, like I remember before, well, I was kind of always psychic, but I was like, how does one see things? I remember thinking that was so foreign. But then once I got there, it all made sense. And I remember I had a client slash student who was similar. She's like, how can you be psychic? Like, how, like what? The brain, it doesn't make sense. And now she is. And she's like, oh, I get it now. So there's something about no rush, no rush, continuing your healing journey, continue your prayers, your meditating manifestations, right? And then just with time, that connection with spirit will become stronger. So for you, there's something about healing the self. Let me understand my emotions. Let me understand what I've been through. You're very sensitive. I'm just playing some astrology cards for you and then I'll show you. Right. So I got the card Taurus, which says cultivate, and Aquarius, which says collaboration. So those signs could be important too. Maybe you're a Taurus, maybe you're an Aquarius, or it's relevant in your chart. Who knows, or not. They're both fixed, very fixed energies. You could be fixed. So there could be a sense of opening up to new possibilities, opening up to what you didn't know, right? Don't be so fixed in your ways. And then the other two cards here are Midhaven and Descendant. Aren't they pretty cards? It says Pinnacle and Invitation. So, it's in those tender, sweet moments where you're cultivating compassion for yourself and helping other people is truly, so there is a sense of like, how do I say this? Healing yourself and helping other people. And that's where spirit is. That's where God is. So if you go into selfishness, like I want to be psychic, or I want to do this for me, and I want to be great and amazing, it's not going to work. It comes from a sense of selflessness and cultivating compassion for yourself. And that's kind of what I see here with Taurus and Aquarius. There's like a sense of cultivating love and compassion, rest, taking care of myself, and then being of assistance. the more we try, the less it works in a way. Like the more we want proof, the less we'll get it, right? We just have to really go into trust and faith. There is a sense of rebirth for you too. My gosh, you could have been through a lot, a lot of healing. So it's like you get there without trying. You get there without really knowing. It's just you continue your practices, you continue your manifestations and meditations, and don't get frustrated when you don't get to where you want to be right away. You'll get there eventually, and then you're just there. It's like once you get there, you just know. Like once, like let's say you want to be a psychic. Once you're there, you're just there, and it's just not a big deal. It's like you crossed the finish line, but it just already existed within you. So it's like there's no journey, there's no place to go towards, there's no ending or finish line because it exists within you this whole time, if any of that makes sense. And let me pull a rose card for you. One of my favorite decks, the Rose Oracle. The Thorn. It says protection, boundaries, clear communication. So, yes, there could be someone around you who doesn't believe in the occult, who doesn't believe in spirituality and all those things, or who drains your energy. That happens all the time in the world. So you may already set good boundaries, but it's about making sure you set them with kindness, clarity, thoughtfulness. And it's like, it doesn't mean you're mean, being like, no, it means I love myself, so I need some space, right? Like a rose has thorns to protect, the beautiful essence that it carries. So as you're going through this journey, I can see boundaries being very important to you, but you're not alone. So work with other people. Like I said, practice with other people, perhaps getting into a witch circle or collaborations or events and workshops. I host a lot of those, like getting with like-minded people to really don't do this alone, right? You can do like you might just read books and meditate and try to figure this out on your own, but it's really with collaborations and friendships that where we can really grow, right? So that's all the messages I have for you. If you found that helpful, please like, share, or comment. Do something kind of nice. I appreciate the energetic exchange. Namaste. Goodbye. Hello, group number 2. Let's pull cards to see what can you do about your spiritual journey, yeah? So this happens for a lot of people. A big thing is doubt. Is this real? Is God real? Am I real? Do I have magical powers? Is any of this real? Also, there could be struggles with discernment. Like, what do I do? I kind of have this problem too. Sometimes so just an example. For me, it's food. I'm like, is this healthy or is it not healthy? Because who knows these days? Is coffee good for you or is coffee bad for you? Is celery good for you or is celery bad for you? Like, is milk good for you or is milk bad for you? Like, there's so much. Is meats? So to me, I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. I kind of get this with you. But regarding spirituality, like for instance, is tarot good or is it bad? Are crystals real or are they like you could be questioning a lot of stuff. So my advice to you, it's quite simple. Does it connect to love and light? Cheesy, I know, but love. Is it filling my heart with love? Do I love it? Is it loving me? Is it light? So is it good? Does it come from a pure place? Like prayer can be good or can be bad. If you pray for love and peace along the land, well, then that's good. If you pray that someone falls off their bike because you want that promotion over them, well, then that's bad. So it's just finding that discernment and seeing if it follows love and light. And if you follow love and light, you'll never go wrong, right? So like, let's say you want energy healing done, but you don't know which practitioner to choose or something. See if it feels like love and light. If you've got that, you'll never do wrong. So if you feel hesitant, like perhaps you are a reader yourself or you're a healer or something, and you don't know if you're doing it right, well, if you follow love and light, you can never be wrong. And you're good. We're all pure. There's nothing wrong with you. You're perfect the way you are. Stop doubting yourself and your gifts, right? And don't be frustrated when you don't get to where you want to be right away, right? Let's say you want to, sometimes the connection to spirit feels a bit off or something like that. It's not that there's something wrong with you. We're human. It's not perfect all the time. There's ups and there's downs. So just don't get discouraged easily, right, my dear? As I'm talking, my throat is closing. Like I feel my throat. So watch out for honesty, right? Making sure started relaxing. Making sure I'm honest and I'm clear with my words. So don't say things if they're not true, right? Don't feel things if they're not true, right? So the sense of discernment. So let's say maybe you are a reader. Don't just say things to say things. Making sure what you're saying is because you feel it and it's true. If it comes from spirit, if it comes from the soul, then say it. So just watch out for authenticity and honesty, because that is the path to spirituality. Like when it comes to me, I have to be myself. You know, I wear makeup and I have long hair and I do all these things because that's what the universe asks of me. Being someone else just doesn't work. So advice for you, it's very stereotypical, I'd say, but it's to meditate, my dear. To come still with yourself, because that's where the wisdom lies, right? It's when you're very still and you see that part of you. There's a sense of meditating, have a clear mind that helps us discern, let's get the busy monkey brain out of the way kind of deal, right? But I see reflecting, pausing, right? That's with the hangman here. He's enlightened, right? Because he's reflecting, he's still, he's stuck, right? So even when we're stuck or we feel stuck, that's the perfect time to meditate, because then we're actually never stuck. Presence. So the universe is with you right here, right now, in this moment, right now, right here, right now. Spirit is with you. Angels are around you. The spirit guides are around you. It's in the present. So maybe you feel it, maybe you don't, but they're there right here, right now. Pull some astrology cards. Let's see. You have your whole life to figure this out. There's no rush, right? North Node, the future, right? The North Node is where we're going. So perhaps this is part of your path, the spirituality, learning the secrets of life, Reiki, energy healing, spirits, mediumship, crystals, chakras, I don't know, but this is part of what you're learning, right? And you have your whole life to do it. But it's definitely in the right direction. Being spiritual is kind of what you're meant to do. So it's kind of good. In this sense, you're already there. So you really might work with energy, or people might see you as a healer or a psychic or a seer or someone who has wisdom, who shares good things, who's empathetic, but it seems like you're already there, right? You might put pressure on yourself at times to perform. So the sun, source. So knowing that, oh, I love this, right? I love this. You could be a light worker or have that inner knowing that you are meant to serve the source. You're meant to serve God, the universe, whatever word you use, the sacred, the goddess, whatever word you use. It's that you're here on a mission. You're here to serve humanity. You're here to make the world a better place. That like you don't serve other people. You listen to faith. You walk by faith, not sight. So it's like you're listening to God or the universe, whatever word you use, and that's it. That is what's pulling you forward, right? And that's kind of comforting. It's like when you know you're always looked after, when you know there's angels all around you, when you know you have a purpose to bring light and love to humanity, it just kind of, it helps you decide, right? It helps you know, like, this is what I have to do. 7th house, relationships is how you grow for you, my dear. There's nothing wrong with being dependent to depend on someone. It's what I'm seeing a lot. So this could mean romance, or even just business partnerships, or even just spiritual partnerships, or just, it's nice that you can collaborate and ask someone for help. Like, I don't know what to do, because I sense indecisiveness here and being unsure of yourself. So it's kind of like you can ask your mate, your partner, your friend, is this right? Is this how to go about it? And you're unbelievably always looked after. There's angels around you all the time, my dear. I really sense that all the time. So you're never alone. So you can always ask spirit for help, and you'll get the answer within your heart or an inner knowing. We're never lost. And sometimes no answer is an answer. You're not meant to know right now. So this is the card I have for you. It says codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. Stop doubting yourself, my dear. All the ancient secrets of the world live within your soul, right? Just connect to your heart, breathe, relax, no stress. Don't need to scatter and find things. It's just in you. You just have to rest, meditate, find yourself, and then take the next step with that. Yeah, you got this. You got this. I know you. I know. So finding that confidence, sitting on your throne, knowing that you have an important place here on earth, trusting what you feel, you're really becoming less of a student and now the teacher, now the king, right? You're kind of evolving to where that needs to be. And there is a sense of funness to you, or that's being developed. So it's having fun, being playful, joyous, not being sad or miserable, which happens in the human experience, but there's like a sense of like completion in a happy way. That's what I sense for you. So that's all my messages for you. Group number 2, I hope you found that helpful. I'm giving you a hug. If you found this helpful, you can like the video, comment, share, do anything to energetically support me, and namaste. Hi, group number 3. I hope you're doing well. And let's see what's going on in your spiritual journey. You seem very fixed in opinion. You know what you like, you know what you don't like. Very sure of yourself. This is how things work. I believe in angels because I've seen them, or this is my religion, or this is my faith. There's a really strong faith in whatever you believe in. It's unwavering. You've learned so much, It's like once you know, right? There's like no more second guessing. So like you could be fixed in convincing people, so don't do it. Everyone's on their own journey, right? No need to convince. As long as you know, that's what matters, right? Yeah, I also sense insecurity. It's interesting. There's like a sense of being very sure of yourself. Yeah, at the same time, right now at least, in this chapter you're in, being very unsure, like of what's real, what's not. Perhaps someone threw a curveball at you, or you learned something new and you're like, oh my God, I didn't know this. Like there's just a sense of awakening right now. There is a male energy here. No matter what your gender is, there's a sense of being very sure of myself, very clear with communication, like laying down the rules, right? Like I have King of Swords and King of Cups. 2 king cards and the page. I like it. I wouldn't say it's necessarily spiritual, but you're learning emotional intelligence, kind of understanding how the subconscious works, understanding how memories work, understanding how dreams work, understanding how manifestation works. Like you're understanding the mechanism of emotions and brains, and how like thoughts create realities, and how love affects the brain, right? Like there's a sense of really, like there's a sense where you probably spent a long time understanding what's outside of you, like understanding God and the universe and spirituality, crystals and chakras and whatever, but now it's understanding how the human body works in a way, or how there's like bridging the gap between the spiritual and the physical is what I sense. I don't want you, like, I don't know how to say this, like sit down. There could be like a hunger to learn, like I need to do this, like there's like I really need to figure this out, but it's like relax. And that's the feminine. So you could be in your yang energy right now. So the feminine is rest, let come what come. It's attracting, relax, lay down, meditate, let come what come, allow things to come to you. You don't have to be a fanatic and search for things, right? There's a sense of prayer manifestation with you, like perhaps asking God for something, or you're really into manifesting the dreams you want or things you want to accomplish, right? Setting that call, setting up that manifestation, and then waiting. You don't need to try so hard, right? I definitely sense like new opportunities for you though, that you might be manifesting right now, right? Oh, I like it. It's kind of like working. It's like you're understanding now that like, it's not just, I go to school and I get a job and then things like that. There's like a sense of like, no, I need to have faith. I need to manifest. I need to write what I want for it to come true. I need to think high thoughts about myself, therefore other people will see it too. Like you're understanding like the practical terms of spirituality is what I see, and I like it. I like it. I pulled the moon and the sun, like I said, so there's like a balancing of the dualities between the feminine and the masculine here, which I see so strongly. So, and people might not know that you're spiritual, right? You might not come across that way. They might see you just as a normal person. Normal, we're all normal, but like they might not, there's a lot in the background, right? Like you could do like spells or journaling and not tell anyone, or you could be like you know, praying and not tell anyone, right? I like that. Because what matters is you and spirit, you and God, right? That's what matters the most. There's a sense of feeling lost a bit or a bit detached from yourself. Like, who am I? Like, there's confusion here. And that may be what led you to spirituality in the first place. Kind of like, what the frick's going on? How does the world work? You know, and you were brought to like, oh, there's more to life than this. There's angels and spirits and whatever. And I just see you arriving to who you're meant to be. I'm feeling you settling into your body and feel like, okay, I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. And it's easy. We got the practical and the spiritual merging together, right? Rebirth, right? Pluto's all about rebirth. It says it here. So there's just a rebirth energy with you, kind of returning to who you are, or a newer, shinier version, right? And it's a nice reminder, right, that yes, we have to take care of ourselves and make money and start a family and do all these things, like live the human experience and learn our lessons, yet at the same time, make the world a better place, help the helpless, or, you know, save the planet. Like there's a sense of, doing both. And therefore, it feels good in your heart, right? So is that at the end of the day, I did good today, or I'm doing good. And then you can sleep, heavenly each night knowing that, right? You can share a bit more about yourself. You don't have to be so private. There is a sense of questioning, am I good or am I bad at times? And that's admirable, right? It's good to consider that. And we all are good. We're all good. We're all born good. I think so. Forgive yourself, and try again, right? At any moment, you can you can change yourself right now, right? Whatever you used to be, you don't have to be anymore. You can move forward and be anyone you want, right? The Rose of Venus. That's what I sense for you. Alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. I like it. So as you are changing yourself, you're manifesting love, abundance, or good energy. What isn't in alignment with that will come out of your energy. Law of attraction kind of deal. So if I'm beautiful, I'm honest, I'm true, I'm kind, I value family and partnerships. Like if you manifest this, you're cultivating this. I'm good, I'm forgiving. What doesn't align with that will leave your life, a job or a person, and what does align with that will come into your life. So there's a sense of like not focusing on people or jobs, or don't get too practical about it, but start manifesting the energy. So it's not like I want richness, I want abundance. So there's something about aligning yourself to vibrations, and whatever is a vibrational match will come into your life. So don't get too specific about titles and things like that. I hope that makes sense. But my dear, that's all my messages for you. If you found this helpful, please give it a like. You can comment, you can share. I love energy exchanges. You can book a one-on-one reading with me at www.tristensky.com. I'm sending lots of love to you. Namaste.